If you're an international, before I continue with the video, I just want to drop this here. Please, if you are somebody from abroad who wants to migrate to the UK to work either in a care home office or in whichsoever job, please, there are changes with the home office in UK. There are visa changes. Now, there are certain documents that when you want to apply for a job a visa or an employment visa to the UK, you have to provide those documents that are not actually found on the Home Office website. People, welcome back to our YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining today. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing here, all right? Subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that we can build the channel together. Remember, our goal in 2023 is to take this channel to 100K subscribers. Thank you so much. So guys, if you are just joining the channel, my name is Milton, and today's video I'm going to be talking about latest update that is coming from the UK immigration website, from the Home Office website, and this update is about the latest work visas. But this video I'm going to just focus about the working visas. There is a new visa in the United Kingdom which is a 5-year free work visa that you can apply for and actually migrate to the UK and work as a skilled laborer. All right, what actually happens is that the UK government is in shortage. Let's say the shortage, some jobs that are on the shortage occupation list. Is this shortage occupation list? Yes. The UK government actually have some certain category of jobs that are on the shortage occupation list. You can actually check the UK Home Office, and these jobs are actually looking for people to come from overseas and work. And right now in the United Kingdom, all those who have always been applying for these particular job types are coming from the particular, let me say, the group of people or the nationalities with the highest population that has always been applying for these skilled jobs or the skilled workers. From India, we have people from the Philippines, we equally have Nigerians, and we have US citizens, and equally Pakistanis. So these are the top 5 country or nationalities that are usually crowded, or let's say out of maybe 10 people that usually apply for skilled jobs in the UK or for jobs in the UK, you would always have at least 3 or 4 persons from these particular countries. So the UK government is also looking for possible means to recruit internationals who can work in some of these sectors. However, you should understand that the UK is now giving foreign workers these opportunities because of the shortage of workers in the UK. And of course, as of last year, I will just go through the information from the website. As of last year, about 280,000 visas were given to families, which was at least greater than 100% compared to 2020, which means that the population or the total amount this year or in coming years would be more than that. All right, so if you have the qualifications, if you actually meet the requirements to apply for this particular work visa I'm talking about, it is a 5-year working visa. All right, and this visa is called a 5-year free work visa. All right, if you verify the Home Office website, you are going to understand more. And now for you to apply for this visa category, there are a lot of criteria you need to follow. There are criteria you need to know, and I'm going to be listing some of the criteria to you here, and so that you can understand, or you should know what you are doing before you engage yourself into this. And remember, you need to be skillful. You need to have the skill set in order to apply for this particular job, and you need to have the competency to go into any of these sectors. What happens now is the UK government is going to pump money into companies and into firms and organizations so that these organizations can recruit you from abroad, depending on your qualifications, and you come work for them. All right, and I would suggest that before you look for this job, if you are looking for most of these jobs to apply to UK companies, you should be looking at companies that will fund you fully. That is why I said at the beginning that it is a 5-year free work visa. Okay, so that is what you should put into consideration. Now, remember that the organization you are going to be applying for would equally give you a document to show that they have actually recruit, or they have actually employed you to come work with them before you can apply for the work visa. You have to put this into consideration. It is very important, because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't know what they are going to do. Again, go to the online websites, or let's say go to companies in the United Kingdom. You can check Indeed, you can check Glassdoor. There are a lot of websites, a lot of companies. If you just type on Google, you are going to find most of these companies to apply for these jobs in. I would equally drop some of them, few of them, in the video description box, so that you can verify from there. All right. And again, remember I said there are criteria you need to follow. The first criteria is that you should get an employer or an organization who can sponsor you. All right. Why they are going to sponsor you is because, like I told you, the UK government has some employers and some organizations. They are giving them money to recruit people from overabroad. If you apply to such companies and you get recruited, or you are given an offer letter, then that is advantage for you, because your visa process and everything will be taken care of. Though you have to show just your bank statement, which is equivalent to £1,270, all right, which you are going to be taking care of yourself in the first month when you arrive the United Kingdom. You do not need a bank account for maybe let's say 9 months or 1 year, like the way the students do it. You just need your bank account for 1 month, all right, which is 31 days. And equally understand that, like I said, this visa is a 5-year visa, and the first criteria is you should apply for a company or an organization that is willing to employ you, all right, employ you full time. And again, you do not have to pay, all right, you do not have to pay. And most of these companies that you are not going to be paying for, those are that are going in from the health, for the health, and of course the healthcare occupation. All right, this is common with the healthcare. We all know that nurses are equally very let me say, most of the nurses are advantageous in this particular type, because those that are going to be working for the healthcare sector, the UK government is actually looking for a lot of healthcare workers. We all know that. Again, remember that if you are applying for this job, for you to be qualified, you need to be or let's say the job that you applied for. If you want to be qualified to go into any of these, make sure when you are applying for the job, you should be looking at the job description. All right, there are certain jobs that if you go there to apply, you will realize that the description doesn't really favor you. But if you are applying for this particular visa, this 5 years visa, you should check the job description and make sure that the total salary you are going to be earning per year is equivalent to £25,000 a year, or maybe your pay for the job per hour is at least £10.5 an hour. Please don't make this mistake. For you to get this visa, make sure that the job description says that you are going to earn £25,000 a year, and of course £10.5 per hour. All right, that is the second thing you should know, and make sure you check all of this to know. All right, and after these 5 years, you can apply for what is called the permanent residence in the UK, or it has another name. You can verify all the details from the Home Office website, but you can stay in the UK for permanent residence after these 5 years, and of course continue your day-to-day activities or your normalcy, and of course get other job opportunities open for you. And this is a very strategic and very important visa type you can get. If you have this visa, I want to guarantee you that there are a lot of advantages that comes with this particular visa. It looks a little difficult, a little tedious, but if you succeed in getting this, you are going to be balling like a big boy after 2 years in the United Kingdom. So please check this and you do it. And now, if you succeed to get an employer and it shows that this employer is not going to sponsor you, which means that the UK government didn't fund them, all right, because there are some employers, maybe they can still be funded, but they would want you to fund your visa. You have to be careful and you have to be strategic, guys. So in case you find an employer who says they are not getting funding, but you should fund yourself, you should understand that you have to be applying for the visa yourself. Okay, you have to be applying for the visa yourself, and in this case you will need around £625, I beg your pardon, up to like 1,200, 1,400, £520. All right, this is the amount you would be needing, and in this case you will need a lot of proof of funds. I hope you understand. So you should pay attention to this. Another very important thing you should note is that you would be needing the IELTS exam. The IELTS exam is very important. I was talking to someone a few days back about the importance of IELTS, and the person was like, Milton, this exam is very expensive. You have to think of your criteria, you have to think of your future, you have to think of your plans in coming years to know if you are writing the IELTS or not. If you ask me, I would say use your last money and write the IELTS exam so that you can be open to a lot of opportunities. I hope you understand me. Now, going to those who intend to migrate to the UK, but they are looking for easier means or methods that will be easy for them to apply for these visas, you should try to look into study routes. All right, yes, the UK government recently announced that they are going to be reducing the post-study visa from 2 years to 6 months, but that is just rumor, and I know they cannot do that because UK needs a lot of employers. They need a lot of employees, all right, or a lot of workers. It looks like my English is not the best. Anyways, pardon my English and focus on the content. So you shouldn't be worried about that. If you have some money with you, make sure you apply for admissions and pay your first deposit. I want to draw your attention to the fact that the first deposit that used to be £2,000 is now £5,000 in some universities, and even at that, some schools are asking for 50% of tuition fee deposits, not just £2,000 or £5,000, because somebody actually leaked the statement of purpose, or let me say the proof of funds. All right, someone leaked that statement, and I have a video I dropped few days ago. You can check it out. So because of that leakage of that, a lot of schools don't want international students to come in before they start looking for their tuition fees. So they have now said international students have to be, and there are a lot of visa rejections now because for you to go to the embassy, you have to build your account very well. All right, in that particular video, I equally talked about how you can go about the visa application, like building your accounts and putting the money inside, and what can happen. Please be careful so that you don't get banned for 10 years. All right, because if you get banned for 10 years, it's gonna affect you and affect the other countries you want to migrate into. I hope this video will help you. Please pay attention to all this and look at the various possibilities that are before you so that you know what you are doing. I hope this will help somebody. Till we meet again in another video, guys. Peace.